Hey guys, it's Jenny from Creature Cove, and today is a bad, bad day. Hey guys, so like I said before, one of my worst nightmares has come to life. I don't know if you watched the Rosy unboxing video where we got the 2 new Rosies, but I had quickly checked them over in the video, and I even checked them a little more thoroughly after the video. And the 2 main things I check for are upper respiratories and and mites, because I don't know why, but mites is a huge thing I don't want to deal with. And so I check for those mainly. Unfortunately, these guys are black and gray, and their bellies are completely speckled in black. So they have like black freckles all over their belly. And I didn't see anything. Even when I checked more thoroughly, I saw nothing. I wiped my hand down them. I used a paper towel. Nothing came off. I didn't see anything. So anyway, about a week later, actually I think it's longer than that, I think about 2 weeks later, I noticed the male Rosy sitting in his water dish. And for a Rosy boa to do that, it's not unheard of, but it's also not very common for them. So the second I saw that, I kind of knew something was amiss. And I pulled him out of his dish and looked in his water dish, and there they were, a bunch of black specks all over. So, and then I looked at him, I still didn't see them. I could not see them at all. But at that point, when I wiped my hand down them, after I think he had drowned a few of them, they did come off in my hand. So anyway, I took him out of his regular aspen substrate that I had put him on, and put him up straight on paper towels and just 2 plastic hides and his water bowl. And obviously cleaned it out super well before I did that. And then I called the vet, and we are going to take the male Rosy boa into the vet. I haven't noticed anything on the female, but obviously I didn't notice anything on the male either. But if one of them has it, the other one's gonna have it, or at least need to be treated in case they have it, because they literally were shipped from the same breeder in the same box in mesh bags. So chances are they are both gonna have it, and I need to deal with that so that nothing else happens. So I am going to take you guys along on a vet visit, because this is another thing that a lot of people have to deal with, are snake mites. And maybe you guys would wanna hear what the vet says and how we're gonna treat them. All right, let's get going. Well, it fit to make fresh times I soaked him and I was putting him back in his tank. I had 2 little black things, and I couldn't tell, they weren't moving, and I switched them to just paper towels now, and I don't see anything on the paper towels.
If you do get it in the future, one thing you can, if you can, is to keep them in the jar, or if you can't, just take a piece of tape, regular Scotch tape.
That's what I have on my finger in case I see one.
Exactly. That's what
I think there might be one. There's a scale by his eye that was popped up.
I see what you're talking about. That could be a mite right there. Do you have that tape back? Let's try it. Please. Thank you.
I have it looped. Do you want me to give you a fresh? I'll give you a piece.
Perfect.
Easier for you.
It could be one right there. Hard to see.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're hard to get out like this. They sort of anchor in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. This is my biggest nightmare is mites.
Mites, yeah.
It's like fleas. I just want to burn the house down. And they're species specific, right? I don't have to worry about the lizards or geckos or...
They can pass them to other species.
Oh, they can?
A lot of times they won't reproduce them. Depends on what type of mites they are. Since they won't necessarily reproduce, there'd be a mite embedded underneath here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to use the, can you get the iPad back? Let's try that. We're using an instrument.
Treatment? Yeah.
Yeah, olive oil spot treatments. Let me start back here. Let's see. This one right here? No, it's a scale. If they're on the black, scales are really hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like to go back to front so you can look, try to look underneath, because they like to hide underneath the scales.
At least he's not like covered head to tail on him.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, some of those guys will smother in olive oil, literally.
Yeah. Does shedding do anything as far as like getting them off?
No.
Ugh. Okay. Do they have a life cycle like fleas do?
You
As far as like
egg.
you have to deal
lay
with. Okay.
That's why we have you clean, because
I might see
you won't be
one right
getting
here.
rid of mites, you'll be getting rid of the eggs. That's why you.
Will the ivermectin do the eggs too?
No, that's why I have to do it
The
several
life
times.
cycle.
Exactly.
All right.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't see any. I don't see any others. You gotta be on the safe side though, especially you guys have a fantastic collection. I would
Yeah.
do it. I would do the ivermectin, definitely.
Okay.
Sure, what's this? You know what we should do that's so close to the eye? Just put some
Do the olive oil on
Olive
it
oil on
to
there,
be
yeah.
safer.
Okay.
yeah, because it's right there and there's no, I don't think we really need to.
We don't want to poke
Okay.
around the
Dig
eyeball.
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put some olive oil in there. Drop.
Okay.
I don't see any others. Yeah, but I was starting the ivermectin
So
and
nice.
Will I get that? Do you guys have the ivermectin?
sure, I can have Rosy get you some.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you have to dilute it down.
Okay.
And like I said, there's a recipe. You get a bottle like this, just a plain bottle
Like a
that holds.
spray bottle?
Yeah, a new bottle holds just spray bottle. And you every time you use it, you go ahead and mix it up. Well,
Okay.
like I said, we'll have directions written on there.
Okay. Sounds good. God, it's always something with somebody.
Children, right?
Oh.
Okay, so here in the video and the pictures, you can actually see the mites themselves. We were able to find one and get it off of our sweet boy, Max. And as you can see, it's alive and moving, and it's so lovely. Yay! Real quick, I just want to send a huge thank you to Dr. Durante at the Algonquin Animal Clinic. I love him. He does great work, and I want to thank him and all of his staff. So thank you so much.
And old Dawn, this soap is fine. And
Okay.
then rinse, 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 and then rinse one more time. Let it dry. And put it back.
Okay, I've had them on paper, like I stripped down their enclosure. There's nothing in it but their two hides, plastic hides, and paper towels in their water dish. Should I leave them on the paper towels?
I would at this point, yes.
Okay.
Because those are easy to change. Because what will happen is the mites lay eggs.
Right.
So you take the paper towels, you throw those away, put those in the garbage right away, plastic garbage bag, etc. Get rid of that garbage bag. Done.
How about cleaning the stuff that was in their enclosure?
Same thing, soap and water.
Oh, that's it? Okay. And then should I wait, like, I mean, obviously I won't put their stuff
Oh,
back
and
in.
the things that
but-
you had in there, the other thing
Yes.
you do with that, spray all that with ivermectin too.
Oh, okay. All
Absolutely, doesn't hurt. Absolutely.
right. Okay. And then what about all the rest of the animals?
As long as they haven't been close, I wouldn't really worry about it. If they've been in close contact, then you should treat everybody. But if they
I
haven't
just
been
worry
close,
about like me. Like I always wash my hands between them, but
Sure.
like what about like clothes?
it's possible, but
Just watch.
unlikely.
Should I just
Yeah.
watch for signs?
The other thing we always like to do, especially when you bring new critters in, this is just general quarantine, is do your current residence first and your new residence second. So you're not bringing things back, from
That's
the new
what
guy.
I try to
Yeah.
do that. I really do.
And a lot of times it goes against human nature because you have something new you want to. It's a brand new bike.
Right.
Okay, I want to ride my new bike and not the old one, but
Okay.
it's better to do that way. So.
Okay. Sounds good. Shorter
You
tail.
gonna do breeding?
I was going to, yes,
That's
but
cool.
not with anything unhealthy. I think this season's a no-go.
You do 1 cc of the Ivomec per liter of water in the spray bottle.
Okay.
Shake it up really well. You're gonna spray the snakes and enclosure every 5 days. And you need to, when it's the day to spray them, you need to make it fresh every time. It's
Stay
not good anymore. So
So just dump it.
you could
basically
even
after I use
do,
it?
if you want to do math and do like half a cc to half a liter.
Okay.
It just, would conserve what you have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh
I don't
yeah.
know how much
It'll
you would be
last longer.
dumping out, so
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, guys, so here we are back at home, and full disclosure, it's actually been about 2 weeks since we had them at the vet, but I wanted to figure out the best routine to be the quickest and the easiest, and I wanted to be able to share that process with you instead of the fumbling around trying to figure everything out and how I'm gonna do it. So I've got a fairly good routine going here, and I'm just gonna walk you through it real quick. I got what we need all set up already. So I've got our ivermectin spray, which we calculated down. It was supposed to be 1 cc for every liter, and we narrowed that down, so I'm only using an 8-ounce bottle. So I already have the liquid ivermectin in the water. I use distilled water just so that I don't leave water marks all over the cage when I'm spraying it and cleaning it. I've got our plastic bags to dump the substrate or the paper towels straight into it. And then I've got their baths set up. Today's a little different though. They're both like deep in shed right now. So I would normally actually use olive oil. I just fill up their little tubs with olive oil and pop them in that. Since I can't see the mites, so I can't just put olive oil, which is what they suggested, is to put a drop of olive oil on any suspected mites that you see, which I can't see them, so I just put them in a bath of olive oil. But today we're just gonna use water because they're in shed. So I got their tub times ready, and then once they're done with the tub time with the water, I dry them off, and then you have to actually spray the snakes down with the ivermectin spray as well. So we're gonna start the process. I'm gonna take everything out of their tanks, their hides and their water dishes that I have in there. I'm gonna put straight into the sink, and I spray those down with ivermectin and let those sit while I'm cleaning their tanks, and they sit in their tubs while I clean. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start by getting them out. So here's our first little guy, which you can tell he is definitely not as beautiful as he normally is because he is deep in shed. So we'll get him in his tub time. I know, baby boy. That's gonna help you though. Get his lid on. And then for our female, who is very snappy, we are hook training her, so we'll get her out. Hi, sweet girl. Whoop. So I slip the hook under her, snag her tail, and into the bucket. Whoop. I know, sweet girl. She usually enjoys her tub time. Oh, that's full. I'm gonna dump some of this out. There we go. So she's got enough room in there to soak her body, but her head stays out. All right, let's get scrubbing. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention before, and I don't think we caught it with the vet telling us to do it, but he also said make sure every single day you change out the paper towels. So that's a daily thing. And I even went as far as I just clean the tanks with my normal cleaning. I use chlorhexidine to clean out the tanks. So I did that daily, changed out the paper towels, kind of wiped down their hides and everything. So that's a daily thing. And then the ivermectin is only every 5 days. So we did that. So now we're on to our spraying of the snakes. So I emptied out his water from his tub time. Ooh. Hi, sweetie. And I'm going to kind of just dry him off, pat dry on a paper towel. Hi, buddy. And then, oh, he loves this part. So you're literally just gonna take the spray bottle and spray their whole body, top and underside. Make sure you get every little nook and cranny. And then you just pop them back in to their clean house. Boop. And I'm not going to show you the other one. That was good enough. So if you have any questions or if you think I forgot anything, oh, I did forget something. So the reason why you're going to be doing this for so long is due to the life cycle of the mite. It's kind of like fleas if you know anything about it. They have the egg stage, they have the adult stage, and nothing that I know of or have been told about by the vet will actually kill the eggs. So you have to let it go through its life cycle. The ivermectin spray will kill the adults, but as the eggs hatch out, or as the eggs are there, it won't kill those eggs. So then you have to wait for the eggs to hatch, and then you have more adults, and then you have to spray again, and again, and again, and again, until, I don't know how long actually, I'll have to ask the vet, but he did say it, you know, you're gonna do it probably for a few months. So there you have it, mite treatment. Yay, we'll see you next time, bye.